Hi, my name's Phillip Dyhr Hobbs. In this video I'm going to show you how we welcome team members into our project management system called Rike. So I've got a task here, and what I do is I give the person a task. I give them a test task with a FTP login and a login to the WordPress site, usually my own one here, to test doing something. It could be like removing this area here, or changing something. You can see it's been removed. Alright, so that's what I do, and then I show them how to use Jing, which is a program that sits up here, and I press a shortcut. If I click now, it'll capture my whole screen. If I just click and drag, it'll only take a small area. I just pressed escape. So I always tell them to capture the whole area. This is how I do it. Go into my site. Let's say we go into this blog post. I take a screenshot. You can make a video or you can make a screenshot. Then I give them a short and then I save it. Then I go back in here, and in the title here I give them login info. So it's a WordPress login and a FTP login. I don't give them this one. And then I add that image in. Not sure if, yeah, okay, it's in my desktop. This one here. So I add this in here, then they can see it, and then a short summary if I need to give them a summary, and that's it. And then what I tell them to do is to come in here to track time. You start the timer here, it starts automatically. It's very important for me that I can see when they start working. And then if they stop, let's say they spent 20 minutes, I can see that they worked for 20 minutes, so I expect something to have been done. Then I'm going to want from them a URL to the site that they worked on, or the page, which could be this page. And I want a screenshot of what was changed. Let's say this was changed. Let's see if I can do it at all. Let's say I asked them to change the color. I don't know. Let's say they changed it, right? So they took a picture and they show that that thing is now changed. And then they say where they made that change. So let's say they went into sites, into the theme. Let's say they made it in here. I'll just open up. Close that one. So they take a shot here saying we changed it style. And then let's just scroll down and just guess. Let's say they added this line here. I know that they didn't, but let's just say they did. Alright. Let's say they did all that, and then they add the screenshots here. And a short summary. and they just tell me what happened and then comment. So it's very important that I get those updates that show what was changed, where, and the result, and what they did, and then a link to it, because I can always check this on my iPhone and stuff too. And this is how I get a new person to come in, and that's the first task I give them to test, and then I'll go in and I check what was done and make sure it's done according to the best practice. I also have a way we work document, which says stuff like that we make all the changes in a child theme, which is this is a child theme of Genesis. And that if we make any appearance changes, which is this is an appearance change, so we make that in the theme. If it was a functionality change, we make it in a plugin. And you know that this has to apply to best practice, which means that that the coding shouldn't have a thing called important on everything. Just that it should be done right? And I usually give them more info if it's a more complex task than that. But we start simple and work our way up. And that's how we usually do it. I don't want people to work for more than an hour. If they think it's going to take more than an hour, or if it takes more than half an hour, then I get them to stop and to contact me, because there may be a faster way to do it. Our tasks don't usually take more than an hour. Usually between 30 minutes and an hour max, just because we use smart solutions, and I can teach you about those later. But we got some ways we do things. Yeah, and the updates are really important because we work international, and we all work at different time zones. So a person who comes and does this task next needs to know what was done and how it was done and where, so that it can be built upon in the future. So that's how we bring in a new team member.